Okay, so I'm just gonna go side to side and turn in front and back just to see how everything's flowing together. We're looking for symmetry and then how easy. So if I go side to side. Okay, so the thing that is happening is your shoulders are moving. The thing that isn't happening is your hips are not moving. So you're kind of the upper and lower half of you is doing two different things. And then let's see what happens when you turn. Okay, I can feel like it's stuck right in your back, and that was one of the things you said that, yeah, okay, let's see about the other. Well, that works really well. So can you tell the difference of, like, here's everything moving, and then this is just like half and it gets stuck. And then let's see about forward and back. Just, oops, yeah, and it's out there. And your feet work, yay. So, hey everyone, I'm Kara, and this is Amanda, and she is wanting to make sure she's good to be active, but what's been bugging you?
Mostly my back areas. I'd say probably lower back and mid back.
Okay, she's kind of got a little bit of a good reason for that. She's got a 7-month-old who's so cute, but to get that little baby, she went through a few things, and the last big one was how she was born. It was a C-section. So we've talked about this before, but just to refresh, there's 7 layers of you that they cut through with that, and they don't all remember how to work together. So we're going to see if that's actually what's going on. She had a couple of other surgeries, and so, but what I'm talking about is the problem solving that we do with the bridging technique. And I'm Kara Lindell. I developed the bridging technique and founded the Bridging Institute. And what we do is we look at the balance and coordination of all the little micromovements in your body, how they flow, how they transition, if they're symmetric. And when there's something that's stuck, like apparently in your lower back or hip, somewhere in there, that's where you tend to get pain because there's stress. So what we're going to do is do a little bit more problem solving and do a little putting back together. And so you have, as she's getting to be up and moving around, you are ready to go with her.
Great,
so,
that'd be awesome.
Okay, so I'm going to let you sit, and I'm going to check the same things. We're going to see if the thing that's stuck, if it's in your core, if it's more just your legs. I'm going to a little side to side. Excellent. So the turning is a lot more symmetric when you're sitting. So my guess is there's something at or around your hip, and then forward and back. Excellent. And you get to lay down, put your head over here. And I'm just going to see how legs move and don't help. Okay, that was nice and easy. Good. And do they wiggle? A little bit. And they're about the same as each other. And just going to do a quick wiggle on an arm. Shoulder thing going on? No? But they're equal. So it may be that's just how you use your shoulders. Neither one of them really move that easily. But that may be, if it's not broken, then no, we don't need to fix it. I want to just see how middle is moving. So right here. And again, it's symmetry. And it's pretty even both ways. Anything feel on one side?
My back's just tight when you do that. I feel like it kind of...
So and the interesting thing she told me beforehand is she likes to sleep on her face down. So this would not be her normal restful place to be. So that may account for part of it. I'm going to take an arm and a leg, and we're going to see. Don't relax, I got it. Because if I can't lift it, that's part of what tells me. So I'm going to see if I can roll you a little bit. So I feel her arm and her leg connect with her core, but core is a little stuck and it's not feeling like it wants to roll anywhere. And let's see about this side. So again, an arm and a leg. Okay, now this, when you were standing, I said there's something around your left hip. I can't even easily lift the left leg. And so there is something that's over here. So with the C-sections, they have to start on one side or the other. And it's just like a zipper. As you zip down or zip up, it gets tighter or looser. So often what we find is one side is tighter and one side's not. So yeah, and then just a quick check on the shoulders. Get this one out of the way. And I'm just gonna see if you rock here a little bit. I'll take that. And then let's see about your head. And So not huge movements, but there's symmetric and there's just a little bit. So I'll be okay with that. Flip onto your tummy. And yes. So I want to see again with the legs and the back. So am I able to? So knee doesn't want to bend very easily. So relax. Wow. Okay, let's see about this one. It bends a little bit more, but not all the way. So I'm not sure. Have you had knee pains in the past?
No, but the right knee sometimes has popped out.
Oh.
Like when I've been walking or something, like I just like slip or something and it kind of just
Oh,
goes
okay.
aside.
Yeah, because there's a couple other things I'd like to check with hip, but the knee really is not letting me do that. So let's see what's going on here. So that's interesting. This movement is pretty nice and centered. Does it feel okay with each side?
Yeah.
Okay, and then just a quick check with the shoulders. A little lift there, a little lift there. Okay, they're similar. So I think the shoulders aren't bothering you. We're gonna just leave that well enough alone there. You know, you didn't say anything was bothering you with the knee, but I think before I have you flip back or flip on a side, let's see what we can do with putting lower leg and upper leg together, and maybe that'll change the hip. So even when you were a kid, anything with knees?
I've always had kind of bad balance, if that makes sense. Like I'm the klutz that'll fall.
Oh,
I used to run cross country, so I don't know, but like, so my knees are kind of like shot from running when I was younger, and then weight gain.
Yeah,
But they don't usually hurt. They're just like you can hear them like creak.
Oh, so then maybe they were functional, but they weren't quite right.
Okay.
So let's see if we can get them connected better. There. This is the kind of thing that sneaks up on you over the years that you don't realize is going on. And then by the time you're as old as your parents are now, then they are all grindy and you're like, well, how did that happen? It's just arthritis. It's like, well, no, they didn't work quite right all through the years, and that's why there's some arthritis. Okay, let's see. There. Okay. That's a whole lot easier. Does that match? Yes. It's kind of like they just need a little refresh between how above and below the knee. So now let's see if the hip. Yes, like that. And then does it turn? Okay, that's a little stuck. That I find with C-sections is pretty common. So the sitting crisscross applesauce is going to stress your lower back because your hip doesn't rotate out very easily.
Oh, yeah, because I don't usually like to sit that way at all.
Okay, this one is still an issue. Okay, so I want you to roll on your side and the other way. Sorry. Okay. I'm gonna let you just rest your head on this. Okay. If it's not, that's about right. Yeah? Okay. So let's see what is going on with this side. So does shoulder move back and forth if I hold the middle? Yes. But this is really tight. Okay, so one of my favorite little tools is our squishy little green peanuts. And so I'm going to put that C-section scar down about here.
Yes.
Okay, so I'm just going to hold and see if just putting some support there. Is the end of it more here or is it down a little bit?
More lower to the right-hand side was more.
Okay, there we go.
Yeah.
So let's see if that opened up some movement here. This is a way we can test, is if we support something that we're suspicious of and everything starts to move better, then that's what it is. There we go. Yeah, so that definitely needed a little support here. So it's not that it didn't heal and wasn't right, it's just the muscles up. I mean, one, being pregnant, that messes up your muscles to start with. But then the surgeries, because the C-section is surgery, just cutting through all those layers, putting it all back together, they have all these layers that work in different directions, different ways, and they just get confused. There. Okay, that is much better. And let's see how your leg goes. Again, just relax. Gotta move. Yeah, that's much easier. I mean, I didn't check this specifically before, but, and there's the turn. So your baby, she's getting to soon to be crawling.
Yes.
So you will be on the floor. So this is good timing for this.
We do lots of floor time and tummy time right now, so
Oh,
I'm just like, even more,
perfect.
I'll be like running and chasing her.
Oh, I know, before you know it. And then you have to childproof everything. It's like you want them up and going, but on the other hand, it's like, oh my gosh, what did I get into?
You're looking at everything, oh my
There.
gosh, die.
Okay, feel how differently that moves now?
Yeah, wow.
Yeah, and then it bends easily. There. Okay. So tell you what, roll back on your back, and then we're gonna flip sides because I think the other one is probably pretty good, but let's just give it a little quick refresh. So let's make sure shoulder. Okay, I think shoulder may actually be the thing on this side. I mean, you schlep a car seat, and how many pounds, baby?
Right now she is 18 pounds.
Okay,
of
yes.
Joy.
So you've been doing your progressive weightlifting.
Yes.
Okay, leg. And again, I'm just going to put this by you can't see you can only see a little bit of where it is, but same place. Actually, there. And all I'm doing is putting a little compressive support, big, broad, across where that incision was. And you can almost feel her leg connect to her lower back, so that will help take some of the stress off of it. And up and back. So we tend to meet a lot of moms who've had C-sections because whether it's lower back or hips, being tight where that surgery was, just kind of ends up with some stress. And it's something that the medical community doesn't think of. And the exercises, and I think there's a lot of things online of how to get rid of the scar with creams, massage, you name it. But they don't address the muscle function and the tension there. Oh, there, now your hip just shifted.
Oh, wow.
Yeah, okay, so let's check and see, maybe that let your shoulder move better. Oh, sure enough, it did. Love it. Okay, go real quick on your stomach. I want to make sure that left leg is equally nice as the right. So here's left. Oop. Why is your knee fighting me? There it is. Okay, and I can lift now. And I can rotate out a little bit. And then the right one lifts, turns. Nice. Okay, we're going to roll one side and the other. Does that feel equal?
Yeah.
Okay, so then flip back to the middle on your back. And excellent. Okay, so what I couldn't do before easily was lift the left when I was standing on the other side. And neither one of your legs turned in, they moved. Now they turn in a whole lot better. I'm curious if the arm movement changed. Oh yeah. So even your shoulders were like kind of pulled down by how tight it was down here. So not uncommon, but it's just kind of interesting to see it change. Okay, so I'm gonna do this one first because this is what I couldn't do before. So I'm just gonna roll you toward me, drop it. That's easy. Like I couldn't even lift your leg up before. And then let's make sure the other side matches. And okay. What is going on with the shoulder? Relax. There we go. Does it seem as easy as the other?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Sure.
Okay. Tell you what, sit up. And face this way. And let's just see. I'm going to check and see if your head's moving a little bit easier. I know this is different than how I checked it before, but yeah, very nice. All very nice and easy. And then shoulders. Okay, so you rotated when you were sitting before, but this is just easier and bouncier. And then to the side, again, that's just easier and bouncier. And forward and back, it's just very flowy. Let's stand up and let's see. Okay, so the thing that wasn't so easy before was side to side. And that's very nice. And then turning. The left side didn't let you turn very easily.
No, it didn't. I could actually feel that when you tried it.
Yeah, and so now it's just very bouncy. And then forward and back, you could go before, but this is just more like the whole of you. And in every single one of the motions now, I feel like your top part of you and the lower half of you are just like in sync and working together. So,
I definitely felt like the turns in the beginning, like, I was like, oh, that is weird. Why can't I turn that way?
yeah. So, yeah, very good. So sit. We'll debrief here.
Okay.
Just sit. Yeah. So what we found with Amanda is that really from the C-section, the surgery, it had tightened up, especially on the left side of her hip, and that kind of pulled down her shoulder, pulled her hip in, leg in, and so that whole left side actually didn't move as easily. It wasn't terrible, but and so that ends up putting some stress on her back. And then the right side, the shoulder actually was what was more hung up with that, but the leg opened a lot too. So you should be able to sit crisscross a little bit easier.
Oh, good.
Maybe not be 100%, but for all the crawling around on the floor should be good. And so yeah, she's just moving a whole lot more fluently by supporting that area and letting everything connect back up and resync. So for those of you at home that may have had C-sections or one of your friends did, tell them to take a look at this video. There is hope if you've got the hip pain or the lower back pain, it's really definitely a thing, but it can change, and that's the cool part. So give us a thumbs up, subscribe, and if you've had a C-section, you want us to come in or you want to come in and have us take a look and get you feeling better, info how to schedule is in the show notes. And we also teach the bridging technique. We have some workshops coming up. You can find that info on our website. Thanks for watching. Thank you for being here.
Thank you. It feels a lot better actually already.
Oh, good.
I'm surprised. I was like, oh, let's see what happens. Wow.